That's all work.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, well, we had water in our basement for the first time,
No.
just
Carson, how's it going?
first time, just when we had that June.
Oh,
So,
We need some clay towel, I think. City paper.
Yeah. yes, yeah.
All right.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the meeting order, roll call please.
Mayor Sealy,
Here.
Sarah Atkinson. Here. Pat Beckett.
Here.
Will Wilkie.
Here.
Larry Rohr. Art Schott.
Here. Larry says affirmative.
Art Schott.
Here.
Mike Peterman.
Here.
All right, thanks, everybody. Council Rohr is on the phone, so Larry, what I'll try to do is if there's anything that is said that you don't completely understand, I'll try to restate real briefly, but if you can't hear anything or if you run into a rough spot, just let me know. All right, first time on the agenda is to adopt the agenda. Entertain a motion to adopt the agenda as written.
Yeah, we just have one under discussion, just, we've got a change order late on the Burgess patio addition, we can't take action, but I just wanna let you guys know what's going on with that, I just got it this afternoon late.
Make a motion to adopt the agenda as amended.
Shot second.
We have a motion and a second on the table to adopt an amended agenda with an addition of discussion items for a change order of previous golf club. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Agenda's been adopted. Item number 4 on the agenda will approve the minutes from the 4th of November, 2024.
Motion to approve the Monday, November 4th minutes.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the minutes from November 4th. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Minutes have been approved. Public hearings, cover roads. How you doing this evening?
Good, how you doing?
Good, good. So we had to set a date and this will be the official action, so.
Should we? Got a motion?
Yeah, unless we, yeah,
Unless there's anyone objecting.
yeah. Does anyone object to, the granting the liquor restaurant license, which is slightly different? We actually did a little bit of education here on the different types. So that was a benefit to us because now we understand that the type of license you're pursuing doesn't count against some of the city totals. So it actually, it's going to enable other business to potentially take advantage of some of our existing liquor license. So it's a good thing.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
The application and the fee and the operating agreement have all been submitted.
Okay. Application fee, operating agreement, all.
Yep, and all the documents that were requested have all been
Fantastic.
submitted. Mhm.
Okay.
We need a motion, Tyler.
Yeah.
Shot make a motion for Common Roads, 105 North Third Street Retail on sale liquor, restaurant license. Second.
I have a motion and a second on the table to approve the on sale liquor restaurant license for Calvary Road, 105 North Third Street. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, motion carries.
All right, thank you much.
All approved. Thank you.
Yeah,
Good, have a good night.
you guys, let's do it.
Item number 6 on the agenda is visitors. I don't believe we have any visitors. Item 7, committee mayor reports. No committee mayor reports. Item number 8 are always the enjoyable city finance officer and city finance report.
So everyone should have a copy of the October financial report at your desk. Couple items that were out of the ordinary for October. We paid RSA Architects to design the golf course patio, $13,135. The street department purchased a metal plus plow blade from Storm Equipment for $39,141. $305,100 was given to the Beresford Fire Department for a contribution towards their fire truck. The electric department paid Dave's Construction $41,214 for the Highway 46 and Northwest 13th Street electric construction. That has to do with the Highway 46 construction. The golf course and park purchased from Pfeiffer Implement a 2019 Van Track tractor cab and broom. And we paid Site Works for the Sager system, $527,506. So those were the out of the ordinary expenses in October. Otherwise, everyone seems to be somewhat on their within their budget.
Anything of concern?
We will have to figure out at the end of the year, how we'll transfer the bridges. Because I can't, I don't know how much more they'll need.
Okay.
We need a motion, Tom?
Okay, so we go into.
All right, so I make a motion to approve the Lane's finance officer's October financial report as stated.
Second.
Motion and a second on the table to approve the October financial report. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. The financial report has been approved. Old business, second reading adoption ordinance 2024-05-2025 appropriation ordinance.
So there should be a packet on your place setting there that has the first page is the ordinance. And then pages to follow are going to be for today's second reading. And there have been no changes from the first reading. And then also halfway through your packet, there's going to be a summary page for the enterprise accounts. And we don't have to, the enterprise accounts can still be adjusted. But we were working pretty hard last week on making sure we have all the correct dollar amounts for the construction projects that we will be doing in 2025.
We're trying to figure out how much more we're gonna get done this year and how much more we're gonna pay. So we're trying to work with our engineers and all those people to get us an idea of what we might still have to pay this year and what we'll need to pay next year, and then how much we have in our bonds that we would be able to take that back out as a revenue source. So some of them are gonna show a negative, obviously, the golf course, but the main projects they got, we're still gonna have to try to figure that out, but that'll be something we can do. They don't have to budget, like the general fund does. So these are some items that we can take a look at. You can see there's some good, pretty good cash flow in some of the other enterprise accounts, and we are doing some transfers and things like that. So there should be some funds available to pay for the other big items that we have. Obviously, with the golf course, we're gonna be well over 400,000 into that, and then we've also got almost 350,000 plus going into the new maintenance building. So we're looking at almost $750,000 there on the golf course that doesn't have any revenue to pay for that. So that's we're at golf course at the best is usually just to break it even. So we're gonna have to find some ways to pay for that. Obviously, we'll take that out of some of our enterprise accounts in order to balance those items, right? Elaine, any other thoughts about how to do it?
No,
So
You okay with that one?
Well, we're gonna pay the bill.
the projects have already started, so we know there's bills to pay. So
All right,
those all have been authorized projects.
need a motion?
So just, go ahead. So we're looking for money to continue to pay what we owe this year, or is this for all next year?
Now, all the golf course stuff, we don't have any money to pay that. That all has to come out of another source. So that's why the numbers that we have in some of those budgets are less than probably what we're gonna pay by the end of this year. So we haven't adjusted any of those budgets to offset those costs at all.
Okay.
So that we can do that towards the end of the year, but we don't really know where they're gonna be. That's the hard part. Right now, we're just guessing. So.
Okay.
But I think the maintenance shed is supposed to start going up according to White's this week, the 45-mile-an-hour winds, I bet they won't start, so.
Make a motion to approve ordinance number 2024-05, 2025 appropriations.
Second.
Motion and second on the table to approve the 2024-05, 2025 appropriation ordinance. Any further discussion? But yeah, so I would say the theme for the year forward will be looking for ways to. Yeah. Put ourselves back, but knowing that these sort of capital investments are. Improving a lot. Larry, you good? I heard you come off mute.
I'm good.
Okay. All right, any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Aye.
All right, motion carries 2024-05, 2025 appropriation ordinance has been approved. New business, we're gonna start with 3 resolutions. Resolution 2024-18, plat of lot 1, Nolan, second edition, and in addition to the city of Beresford, Lincoln County, South Dakota.
And I know you should each have a small copy of that in there, but this is gonna be the land that on the city farm ground north of the ball fields that we're going to transfer to the Dolans in exchange for the land at the. What's that? Bedford, I'm sorry. But this will be the plat that we were filing at this point in time, so we need to do that in order to do the transfers.
I thought we already did this.
We had preliminary stuff, but we did, yeah, until we finalized all the little ifs, what's and thens. This is the final
Okay.
version of it, so
I need a motion on this too.
And what did the exact land swap end up being?
it's a 2-to-1, so 75 to 37.5, I believe.
Traded land was north of the ball fields, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. West of the turkey plant, yeah.
Shall I make a motion for resolution 2024-18. Lot of lot 1, Nolan, second edition, in addition to the city of Beresford, Lincoln County, South Dakota.
Second.
Motion is second on the table to approve resolution 2024-18, plat 1 on Dillon's second edition, in addition to the city of Beresford, Lincoln County, South Dakota. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda, resolution 2024-19. Plat of lots 1 and 2, Dolan's third edition, in addition to the city of Beresford, Lincoln County, South Dakota.
And that is the land that the Dolans currently own, right off of Old 77 there, so, that's gonna be the 37.5 acres. That, will be that the city will receive. It will receive. Or have this all, right, so, anyhow, we're looking to for a resolution on that also.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution 24-19, plat for lots 1 and 2, Dolan third edition. Second.
Motion is second on the table to approve resolution 2024-19, plat of lots 1 and 2, Dolan third edition. Any further discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? All right, resolution 2024-19 has been approved. Next, resolution 2024-20, petition for annexation lots 1 and 2, Dolan's third edition, and addition to the city of Beresford, Lincoln County, South Dakota.
So now we're just asking to, they filed a petition for annexation, and, everything's fine with that, obviously, we filed the plats, so. We just want to bring that into the city limits now, so.
Does that bring the turkey hatchery into the city limits?
Already is.
It already is.
All the ground up north there is.
Except the old Larry Thompson acreage, right?
Gotcha.
So the outliers
And the Chris Jensen,
And Kirk.
they never did come in, so.
is that the Jensen, similar to the Thompson property, kind of out there on 70, Old 77?
Right, Thompson one. There's the first one, then Curtis lives that last place north.
Okay,
Those are not in the city limits.
Make a motion for resolution 2024-20 petition for annexation lots 1 and 2 Dolan's third edition.
Jack seconds.
motion and a second on the table to authorize resolution 2024-20 petition for annexation lots 1 and 2 Dolan third edition. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Right, motion carries 2024-28 has been approved. Next item on the agenda is to authorize Mayor Sealy to sign transfer lots 1 and 2 Dolan second edition. In addition to the addition city of Beresford, Lincoln County, South Dakota, from the city of Beresford to Bedco or Beresford Economic Development Corporation.
What is that zone as?
Ag right now.
Ag right now, but what's the plan to zone it?
Nothing right now, we don't have anything.
We're gonna leave it as ag until we determine you.
And this is so Bedco can, city can donate it to Bedco, and then Bedco can facilitate the exchange. So that's why the resolution here, the action here is to transfer the property up around Curtis's north of the turkey hatchery to the development corporation, so they can in turn complete the exchange with the Dolans.
Make a motion to authorize Mayor Sealy to sign transfer of lot 1 of Dolan second edition. And turn it over to Beresford Economic Development Corporation.
Motion is second on the table to authorize the mayor to sign the transfer lots. Lot 1 Dolan second edition, addition of the adoption of the city of Beresford, South Dakota. From Beresford to Bedco. All right, any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda, 2025 or Sioux Falls Humane Society Animal Control Services and Impoundment Facility Operations Agreement 2025.
Yeah, we got that, we need to have someone where we can take dogs to in the event that we have issues and we don't know where to store them, or we can't get someone to come pick them up, so. We've had an agreement with the Humane Society for a while long, as long as I've been here, I think, and I had Elaine put together a little spreadsheet for me of how much we paid out for the Humane Society, because then when you look at the fees on, I think it's the third page, and they look fairly excessive at $65 per hour plus current IRS mileage rate, and then if it's after hours, it's $90 an hour. Well, we've only, in the last 10 years, we paid out $104 on average per year, so. So we don't use them very often. We're lucky that we can find the owners of the animals, before we have to take them out there. So anyhow, I think, it hasn't been an issue. We've always worried about how much it could cost, but we've never ever had any issues. I don't think we've actually paid any this year, have we? Like, I don't think any at all, so. But we'd just like to have a motion so that we can authorize the Humane Society as our place for taking animals, and then we'll let the Chief of Police know.
Make a motion to agreement for Sioux Falls Area Humane Society Animal Control Service and Impoundment Facility Operations Agreement for 2025. Second.
Motion and second on the table to enter into an agreement with the Sioux Falls Area Humane Society Animal Control Services and Impoundment Facilities for 2025. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. And, yeah, okay, all right, next item on the agenda. Public hearing date for on-sale liquor license for Cream and Sugar, 111 West Main Street.
So we just need to appoint the next council meeting of December 2nd as a hearing date for Cream and Sugar to apply for their retail on sale liquor license.
Make a motion for that. Make a motion to set the next city council meeting of December 2 as the public hearing date for the on sale liquor license for King Sugar.
Second.
Motion and second on the table to designate the 2nd of December city council meeting as the public hearing date for the on sale liquor license, Cream and Sugar. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? All right, so we'll let them know that the 2nd of December. Next item on the agenda, appointment to a 5-year term for Housing Redevelopment Commission.
Tom Deepnorth's up, 5-year term is up. Tom serves as the president of the commission, and he would, if you guys are willing, he would, be reappointed for another 5 years, so.
Make a motion to reappoint Tom Diefendorf to another 5 years on housing redevelopment.
Second.
Motion and second on the table to recommend Tom Diefendorf be appointed to a 5-year term for HRC. Any further discussion?
Gets paid pretty good for that, I think.
No.
Yeah.
Not quite. Yeah.
Like that, so.
All right, any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Diefendorf is appointed to another 5-year term. Next item on the agenda, review the boundaries of the new ballfield complex for the National Park Service perpetual encumbrance.
The reason we bring this up, we got a grant for $50,000 to purchase some new playground equipment. The city's matching that next year. The playground equipment, this map here is probably the one you need to look at. What this yellow line does all the way around there, that's the area that they would put an encumbrance on. So it just basically has 6 park land for that entire time. If you guys are okay with that, it's not a whole lot of, we can still farm and everything else like that, but we can't put we can't sell off, do things like that with that. So if you guys are good with that, that would stay that. And I think in our long-term plan, this all becomes more park ground, some walking paths, some things like that we've talked about over the years. So it's about 12.5 extra acres, I think, that would be turned into the park area. We're also looking to move the playground equipment from just to the south of the new maintenance building we built out there over to a location along this bike path that takes you from the old fields to the new fields. And that the reason is because when we didn't realize that the property of the substation went into this little yellow area, and they don't want to encumber that particular property. So we felt it might be even a better location over there. It's for the people that are coming from the old ball fields over. All they can do is walk here, and this way the kids can walk down there. We're not walking back and forth across the parking lot. So we think that might be a little bit better location anyhow.
We
So
can provide lighting for that area too.
yeah, we'll be fine. He's got power and all that stuff over there.
Does
Mike went to look at it with me, and he didn't have a problem with
this
any of that.
prohibit us from turning this into potential camping spots or?
No, I don't think so. I mean, that's as long as that would probably fall down the park area.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need a motion on this?
No, all I have to do is I just want to make sure you guys were in agreement with that when I file that with these guys, Adam.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Next item on the agenda. Surplus 2003 case 580 super backhoe 1989 Spartan Grumman fire truck for sale on Pickaway.
This came up, Andrew Bowden, the fire chief, said that they had some interest from somebody that might be interested in to purchase the Spartan more as a just for the metal tires primarily off of it. And in order to do that, we still have to surplus, and we figured let's go out on Purple Wave and see if there's maybe more interest. The truck itself is in fairly good shape. It's just that the engine is shot, obviously, and it's an old truck, so it's hard to get parts for. So there might be more interest on there if we go through that Purple Wave than there is just from local traffic through here. At the same time, we have the 2003 case. That was the one that we haven't used since late last year, and we haven't had any need for it. So I talked to Jeff, and we're gonna go ahead and put that one out for auction too at the same time. So we'll have a couple of things going this time around, and I know next year we've got a few more things that we're gonna be putting up for auction. So
What's the potential value on that?
on the case,
Yeah.
15,000 probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they don't use the backhoe at all? in town?
We don't use that one, we've got another one.
Oh, okay.
We use a newer one, now that we got the other, that we kept the other, front end loader, we really don't have a need for it. Jeff said he had only used it once this year, and it's just been sitting in storage there the whole time, taking up space, so.
And does this money go back to Jeff and to streets department?
The dollars,
Yeah.
it goes into the general fund typically,
Okay.
so. And we can move that around however we want to, all of this will do the same thing. The fire truck is actually the city, so it was our piece of property that we own, so.
Okay. Well, there's some money right there.
So I just need a motion to authorize selling it on for auction on Purple Wave, and then we'll put some notices in the paper also.
Make a motion to surplus 2003 Case 580 Super Ram backhoe and 1989 Spartan Drummond fire truck on Purple Wave.
We have a motion and something on the table to authorize surplusing the 2003 Case 580 and the 89 Spartan Drummond fire truck for sale on the way.
Yeah.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. We'll surplus that equipment. Next item on the agenda is to surplus some old laptops and computers from the telephone department.
I think, Austin might have sent you a list too, putting it together, he's gone, right, that's why you didn't get the list, but, the list is there, it's a bunch of, items that we're just gonna recycle is what we're gonna do with them. There's really no value to any of them, we've taken most of that already, they've all been taken out of service and replaced. And a lot of those are probably stuff that we had in our office 10, 15, 20 years ago, so. They usually use what we have if they could, and then, once they get sold, then we just destroy them, so. So we just need to make a motion to do that. I think the only one we have, there's a big printer that he's replacing next year on here too. We had bought that on, I can't remember where it was from, Brookings or someone years ago, probably 15 years ago. And we've been using that as our large format printer, and that's shot now too. So we got our money out of most of those items. So we just need a motion to authorize surplusing for junk or two.
Shall I make a motion
Or
for
disposal.
surplus for disposal of old laptops and computers and telephone department insurance and mistaken.
Motion and second on the table to authorize surplus and disposal of old laptops and computers from the telephone department. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried. We'll surplus that equipment. Last item under new business, water surcharge of $2.65 per month for 7th Street water main leak and improvements to other locations to start 1/1/2025.
Just an information item for you on that. We've already passed the resolution back last year and we haven't had a need to have that surcharge until now. We've got payments that we need to make out of that next year, so we'll start collecting that and make those payments. We have a schedule. Can't remember when the first one's due, but I think they're due quarterly if I remember right, so. It's not a big number, but it will pay for some of the improvements that we're doing on 7th Street as well as some of the water lines that they're doing in the relining project also.
How much is that expected to generate? How long is that in place?
It's a 30-year loan.
30-year, and how many customers we got?
1,100, 1,200. We got, I think we've got a little red mark on there that tells you exactly how much you know, how much it's gonna generate in a year's time.
I don't have that. On the resolution,
30,000 or so. Something
I
like
don't
that.
have that.
Let's just take 265 times about, let's say it's 1,200 customers times 12, so that would get you pretty close. About $36,000
That's enough to make the payments.
on that one. Yeah, that's a fairly small loan.
We need a motion for that.
No, we've already approved the resolution.
Yeah. So
I want you guys to know that's gonna be going on, because somebody's gonna ask when they see it on their bill, and we'll put a notice in the bill that tells them this is what it's for.
Art's gonna be getting all kinds of phone calls.
We've already got them.
We'll talk about it, let's keep it simple. Like Tom Frieder's doing a great job.
All right, someone asked them before I even put the agenda out.
The mayor's doing a better job at some things. Keep it real.
No, I think getting in front of proactive communication where and when there might be an increase to anything is gonna be the right thing, because we know that the questions will come up. And as long as they know that it's tied to some of these plans that we've had in motion for years, I think it's a good thing. Any further discussion about the water surcharge? All right, we will leave new business and enter into discussion items, and we'll have, talk about a change order, little pre-Christmas surprise from our friends at Gilhogan.
Yeah, anyhow, we can't take any action tonight. I don't know if that would make a difference. I mean, what they're gonna be doing is gonna take a lot more time, and with the weather the way it is, they're not gonna be down here doing any work probably this week anyhow, so. But what we're gonna be looking at next week is our next meeting is a change order in the amount of almost $69,000 for some dirt work that'll have to be done, or underneath the new patio addition that they ran across. We've got some poor soils underneath there that are gonna have to be stabilized. And by doing that, then we shouldn't have any issues up above, but, I imagine maybe that's partly some of the reasons we have some of the cracking going on our sidewalks, and probably some of the other, stairs that we had that we got a change order for earlier to take those out, and this is of course what they found, so not happy. I don't know that anyone would have known it until you start digging in there, other than we knew that years ago when they built this, it was in kind of a swampy area. And the tee box off the number 2, usually would try to drive over the top of the swamp at least, and, so. Yeah, the top of it roll down the wall.
Have there been more samples in this area to let them know?
I don't think they wouldn't have done it for this. No. No. So, and I can sure invite him, Justin, down to the next meeting and have him try to explain it to. I guess my thought is that, that they designed this originally, so they should have some of this, I could think they should have some of this information available to them. When we're doing the plan, but. I'm just speaking, that's the way I feel, so.
So you said this was 69,000?
It's gonna be, yeah, 69,000 and,
Almost 70.
yeah.
Where are we gonna get the money to pay for that?
69, same place you're getting the money out of the other, it's gonna come out of either telephone or electric reserves. And it's gonna have 27 calendar days to this will be done by May 1st, so 27 calendar days will put you in the middle of July, if not later. So.
I'm wondering, number one, where we can, so if we invite Justin to the next meeting, asking him about trade-offs, where there potentially might be a way for us to reduce that cost. Is there work that we could potentially do on our part to complement the construction to reduce that number? Number one, and number two, knowing that we've got future development going on in a couple of different directions in the community as we broaden. Wondering if some sort of proactive ability to look at the composition of the soil and where and when there might be something like this that we jump up to somebody to somebody. I don't know if there's, from a geology and geography perspective, I would think there's a better way to know if we've got areas in town that might be vulnerable.
Maybe we could give naming rights to the new patio. The Freeburg Law Office, Bridges patio.
Sponsored by.
Chase the golf ball. Chase the Jeep.
Yeah, we have to chase the chief. We can ask the fire department to pay for the new patio.
Well, do a chase the golf ball or something.
Good move.
They'd love that. You guys good with that plan, then jumping in, asking about that. I mean, that way you can see. I mean, can you think, Pat, obviously you're looking at this with an engineering perspective. Can you think of another way we might be able to?
Well, I mean,
You can send that down, I think it's probably.
I'm not sure exactly what's going on with it. I mean, working on foundations.
I have about 2 seconds.
I mean, it's right next to the clubhouse, so you would think that they would have known what the soils were.
I'm thinking of these courses in Florida where they find. Sinkholes,
Yeah.
they're all over the place. I mean, I don't think we have cavernous limestone. Stuff like that, but. That Gilhogan hasn't done a lot of construction in Beresford, have they? This would be one of their. First larger projects?
They've done some school work, I think, maybe.
I'm just thinking that there may be ways, I mean, if. Obviously, we don't wanna cheat the system, but there would be a way for us to. Again, have them help us determine if this is gonna be something else we need to take into consideration with other parts of this project.
That's again.
You've been out there recently, there's a ginormous hole on the south side of the fault line. Deep hole.
Lock the door, don't step out.
Mhm.
Is that gonna be for like hole number 10?
Well, I'm just looking at this quick, it looks like you've got a sub doing it, and they're charging 18,000. Standard industry is, prime is. I don't know how this contract is written, but usually prime can get 10%, so that's puts it at 20,000. Where's this extra 49,000 coming from?
We can tell one another.
Oh, this is all the DI see it, it's runs in 2 pages here. Somebody,
Yeah,
I don't know, all this other
paying their site PMs $130 an hour,
for 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
yeah.
We have to have banner, we move that?
Yeah.
Do we have to have banner, move it if they dig or they?
The RSA is your architect on this. Yeah, like the whole justification for talk at least, seems like. There's some.
And they're the ones that built the clubhouse.
Well, they had structural engineers look at the facility itself, but I don't think they did any soil sample at all.
But your takeaways, we'll have Justin come in, we can talk through it, and then I think in longer term. Trying to determine where we can, because I think to Will's point, where we can come up with funds. Or do we set aside a certain portion of our annual funding and budget, so that when something like this, an unexpected event happens. We have a reserve that's built in.
Did they raise the golf course fees this year or no?
Usually Ben will present that during his annual review, won't he?
I know that Jeff was talking about the dog fees gonna go up.
Yeah.
Everything's going up, there ain't nothing going down. Except for water, sewer. We need to flush your toilet, that's about it.
But just information, we'll invite us to the next meeting, we can't take action on anything else, so.
All right, yeah, everybody got their Tom's or Jerry's email on it. You go forward by this afternoon, so. It's got the same packet in, correct? The.
No, he just sent it to.
I just sent it to you too, for the time being,
Okay.
on the committee there.
Okay. So before you leave, maybe just take a quick peek at that, way you can get a good feel.
Yeah, you can just take it out with you. Yeah, I'll send it out to everybody now.
Okay.
I didn't get it till after 4 today, so.
Hey, I've got a question.
Yes, sir.
There was some drilling and soil testing done, a couple of months ago along 7th for the new maintenance shed. Would have that type of testing revealed any of these issues?
From the maintenance shed all the way back to Ben's, or Eli's house, pretty much, that area is what we're mainly focused on.
Yeah, I mean, the soils is really. First off, even if you're building a 20 by 20 building, you're drilling a 4-inch diameter hole, so. Something could be different 10 feet away, you're just trying to get a general idea what was there. And without knowing anything about, what they encountered, I don't know if it would have been caught with the. Soil burning or not, Cause that was, I'm imagining that building was on film, the original one.
I think so. Yeah, I can't remember how much was in there, you know, I just, I can remember the parking lot probably mostly because we had to bring a lot of big rock and then small rock and then to build that up because it was so soft down through there. And that's why we got that big drain tile all the way around, or storm drain all the way around it, because keep the water out of that area. So we knew at that time there were some water issues. Of course, this year you probably wouldn't even notice it, but I mean, to find that much water. And it's not dry of the year, what would it be like if it was a wet year?
So is that what they were running in the groundwater? Is that what?
Yeah, they're trying to de-water it, yeah.
Well, it looks like just poor soil. Yeah, and that hole up there, they've got sumps running, pumping water out of it.
We'll have to stop out and look and see what's going on.
All right, so. Way ahead, just in the next meeting.
Well, by then,
Okay. That was the only discussion item. No travel request on the docket. Mr. Pickett, we need to pay the bills.
Oh. I make a motion that we pay the bill. Second.
Motion and second on the table to authorize payment of the bills. All those in favor say aye.
Alright,
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. We pay the bills, keep the lights on. Now we'll adjourn and I'll take a recommendation or a motion to. Oh, yes, sir.
Sorry, I missed the public comment period. If I could just have a minute.
Yeah, are we able to go back and get? Yeah, yes.
Yeah, so my name is Josh Chase. I work for Sioux Metro Growth Alliance, which you all joined, maybe a month or two ago. Just came to introduce myself. Sorry I was late tonight. I see you guys do not mess around here at these council meetings. No delay, but I've got a little information. If I don't mind, I pass it out. We've got a conference coming up. It's all about water. Water pertaining to economic development. So that will be in December 10th. I'd like to invite all the registrants to the conference.
thank you. Josh, is there any cost in that?
There is a cost. I'm not sure, what it is off the top of my head.
that's all, water issues right now, so.
Yeah. Too much water, too little water.
What's some of the things you guys discuss at this?
So we're gonna have, the Secretary of Ag and Natural Resources come in along with a couple staffers from Senator Rounds and Thune's office. They're just gonna, so those two are three folks along with, the executive director for Lewis and Clark and, Main Stem, or Dakota Main Stem Water. I don't know if you guys signed on with them or not. They're gonna just talk about, kind of the water needs that this part of the state is gonna have going forward. They're gonna talk about some of the promises the federal government has made to states in this region pertaining to water usage and how our state isn't leveraging that right now. So good information.
You got a little extra water coming, don't you, Jerry? Can you sell it to them?
Well, we got all the partner communities, there's a lot of people that are part of that, a lot of cities are part of Sioux Metro, so. And a lot of them get Lewis and Clark water also. I was just looking at the agenda here, it looks like, first panel would be history on water development, how did we get here? And Troy Larson will be doing some of that, if you guys all know Troy. And current conditions on water, federal and state roles. So some guys from the DEA, NR will be there. And then we go into a break, looks like, and demands today and planning for future growth. So that would be like a Mark Cotter from the Director of Public Works in Sioux Falls is going to be kind of leading that, and Troy Larson will be involved with that. So preservation and protection of resources, how we value water in the afternoon, and then future water after that. So I know there is a fee, but I looked at it when I got the Yes.
I'm just looking at here too, it says 95 to 400, so.
Looks like a table, maybe you buy a table for 400 or it's 95 a piece.
I haven't talked to Jeff yet. We may be going up, Jeff and I might go up there, look at that. Some of the history of around, Troy's told me a lot of that over the years, so I'm pretty versed on that. But some of you other guys, if you wanna go, let me know, but, we can get that approved at the next meeting.
Just wanted to make y'all aware.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, take care, good night. So. One final item on the agenda, which is an executive session.
Personnel legal, movement to executive session for legal and personnel.
That's okay.
Motion second on the table to enter into executive session for personnel legal. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, we'll enter into executive